Hello there, future heroes, and welcome to another episode of the My Hero Academia Weekly Hero Challenge.
Last week, Midoriya showed exceptional leadership skills when he recognized that Kirishima needed to take the lead in the mission to rescue Bakugo during the face-off against All For One and the Vanguard Action Squad. So, we asked you guys to share your stories of times when you trusted in the abilities of your teammates to get a job done, rather than intervening and doing it yourself. Here are the results.
Yeah! It can be really difficult to take a back seat and let others shine, especially when you're working really hard to be the best at something, which is why this week's winner, SJ Kingston on YouTube's story, is so special. Selflessly stepping back and allowing your shy friend to audition for the choir solo you knew you were perfect for shows incredible maturity. As the old saying goes, a rising tide lifts all boats, and while that saying is technically about economic policy, it definitely applies here. Supporting your friend's growth doesn't mean you're inhibiting your own, and the two of you can continue to grow and thrive together.
Now on to this week's challenge. My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 11, One for All, focuses on the showdown between #1 hero All Might and his arch nemesis, the mastermind behind the League of Villains, All For One. Intent on breaking the spirit of the man whom the whole world considers a symbol of peace, All For One taunts All Might by comparing his own righteousness to that of the previous user of One For All, Shimura Nana.
The villain mocks his late mentor, saying that she was a weak woman with nothing but her ideals who died pathetically at his hand. Things get worse when All For One targets a civilian trapped under the rubble, and All Might rushes to her defense, expending what remains of his power to shield her from a powerful blow that reveals his true form.
As the world watches on in shock, All For One believes he's gained the upper hand, but All Might is unfazed, revealing he doesn't care if the world sees his rotting body, because what really matters is that his brightly burning spirit remains. In a further attempt to break the spirit, All For One reveals that his successor, Shigaraki Tomura, is Shimura Nana's grandson. Grappling with denial, All Might's determination begins to fade along with his ever-present smile, a fact that is not lost on All For One, who cruelly comments on its absence.
Just when it seems that All For One has gained the upper hand, the trapped civilian calls on All Might for assistance. All around the world, people watching the news coverage of the fight echo her sentiments, proclaiming they don't care what he looks like. All Might is still All Might, and he is the only one who can win and save them all. Reinvigorated by the cry for help, All Might is able to partially activate his quirk and tells All For One that heroes have many things to protect, which is why they do not lose.
The battle rages on, with All For One activating the many quirks he's stolen from others to enhance his body and strength, and All Might fighting with every last ounce of his power to stay alive, so he can finish teaching successor Midoriya everything he needs to know. As the two superpowers come to blows, All Might remembers the words of his mentor. This power has been entrusted to the next generation by many people, praying that it would work for the good of all, that all their hopes would become one. All Might is able to activate all that remains of his quirk and finally triumphs over his nemesis once and for all.
Which brings us to this week's challenge. All Might fights not because he's a symbol of peace, but because as the user of One For All, he carries the hope of the entire world. He fights not to maintain an image of being the best, but because he's a good person and wants to create the peaceful world that those who love him dream of. And you know what? I think it's pretty safe to say that everyone watching loves All Might just as much as the characters on the show. So this week we want to know why you love All Might. It could be as simple as you think his character design is cool, or way more complex and personal, like he reminds you of a real mentor who made a lasting impression on your life.
As always, use that hashtag MHA Hero Challenge when sharing your stories on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or in the comments below. Everyone who submits will get a chance to be featured on our show and win prizes thanks to our friends at Funimation. Get your submissions in by 3 p.m. Eastern Noon Pacific on Tuesday, June 26th.
And as always, if you're looking for more anime content here on Hyper RPG, check out this week's episode of Anime Club, where we're talking E3 news, Voltron, and the first 7 episodes of the Record of Lodoss War OVA.
And be sure to tune in again next week for more My Hero Academia and another episode of the My Hero Academia Hero Challenge.
Go beyond plus ultra! Hey guys, be sure to check out new episodes of My Hero Academia every week on Funimation now. Don't have a subscription? Then head over to funimation.com/subscribe and enter promo code HYPERMHA at checkout for $5 off your first month subscription.
This code is a limited time offer and available to the first 500 subscribers, so what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Seriously, Funimation has one of the biggest anime streaming libraries on the internet, and it's only $5.99 a month, so that means you can get your first month for only 99 cents. That's less than $1, and that's after a 2-week free trial. So get on it, people.
Yeah.
Do it.
Go subscribe.